Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brad, and my hands is Undone by Blood, The Other Side of Eden, number 4, wrapping up the series. And this is going to be a really interesting one. I think, like some recent AfterShock releases, people are going to either like it or dislike it. It's a very intriguing ending to the story. So it's written by Lonnie Nadler and Zach Thompson. Sami Kivela is the artist. Jason Wordie is the colorist. Hassan Otsmane-Elhaou is the letterer. So this is a story of a guy's named Silvano. I want to make sure I'm right on it. Yep, Silvano. And it takes place during like the Dust Bowl and starts off in Texas. And so Silvano does a robbery with a friend of his, and the robbery goes completely haywire, and they wind up on the run from this like weird cultish group. So this volume wraps things up as Silvano and his partner's stories end, and kind of jumps ahead a little bit and takes us through the years of kind of there's a couple finales. Let's go with that. It's an ending it's very like, it's got me thinking. Like, I'm really trying to think about like what's being said and kind of not really the point, but like, is there some deeper meaning and just how I would think of it as a film. Like, if it was, it's weird, as if it was a film, I think I actually might like the ending more than if it was as it is in the comic, and I'm not quite sure why. It's kind of, to me, it's very like end of Dark Knight Rises, when we see Bruce Wayne at the coffee shop, and like that's kind of the ending of it. It's like that very like open ending-ish, where you're like, you kind of want to nod and go, okay. Well, what's also interesting, I think, is for those who've been reading the series, there's a story within a story of this Western, and the two stories kind of cross over at one point in this. I don't remember in the previous volume this happening, but Silvano starts commenting about this Western, and it kind of starts getting meta, almost like a commentary about his own story and what we, the readers, are reading. And I think there's something really kind of intriguing about that, and I think that actually what sort of makes the finale for me. Overall, I'm good with it. It feels, it weirdly feels both rushed and like, it feels a little bit of rush. Like, I feel like there might have needed to be like one more issue to draw things out a little bit, but at the same time, I don't know what I would have added. It's a really interesting finale, and it's one of those like, I both like it and don't, and I'm not quite sure where I totally stand. I'm fascinated to see what you all say in the comments. I really want to hear your comments as to what you think about it. And there's something about it where you want to go and discuss it with someone else, and to kind of like work your way through what's presented. So yeah, I mean, it's an interesting one. Like, I think on its own I'm kind of but like as part of the 4 issues, there's something about it I like. So we're kick off the art. Like, I think the one thing that's really stood out throughout the series is its art. I think the art has been really, really good. But I think one thing I said about one of the previous issues, there was like a slight choppiness to the story, and this kind of continues that. This issue feels like that choppiness is still there. So I don't. It's a weird one. Like, it feels like the series got maybe cut short a little bit. Like, an issue got cut out. I'm not quite sure, but like, it's good. I don't think it's necessarily quite as solid as the first volume, but I like the concepts more for the second volume. There's something about like the underlying theme and like where it goes that I like a little bit more, just because I think it does a little bit more than just like a revenge story. So yeah, as I said, like, this is one I'm going to be really interested in seeing what you all say in the comments, and I'm hoping you make comments to say what your opinions are. Like, as I said, like a few other AfterShock releases lately, I finales, that I think this is going to be another one that's going to be very divided as far as folks. So this is out now at comic shops. You can get it. There's a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code at Talva shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage by doing that. You help support our site, though. And speaking of support, I want to thank AfterShock for hooking us up with the review copy, and of course you for watching. Now, if you're into AfterShock, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.